Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's town board meeting. It is February 11, 2025. First item on our agenda tonight is bids and awards. First one is authorization to obtain bids for highway department materials. They are requesting authorization to solicit bids for miscellaneous highway department related materials and services, as well as automotive materials for central garage. We will be soliciting bids cooperatively with the Village of Pleasantville, as well as the fire districts of Thornwood and Valhalla. The bids will be returnable to the office of the town clerk at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, March 5th. Details of the bids is attached. And I guess you would have copies of that.
So the copies are in the town clerk's office?
Yeah, or they will be by tomorrow.
Okay.
Motion to move ahead with
Yes.
bids and awards.
Move for approval, please, with bids and awards.
Motion by Lori,
I'll second that, please.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the supervisor's report. First item is authorization to approve the 2024 PenFlex Service Award Program for the Valhalla Ambulance Corps. This is something we renew every year. It is like a pension system for the Valhalla Volunteer Ambulance Corps. It's great that we could do something for the volunteers, and this is a good way to do it. So this will authorize us to move forward with the 24 PenFlex Service Award Program for Valhalla Ambulance Corps.
I'd like to make a motion for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to approve 7 easements agreements. This is with the Toll Brothers Kensico Preserve subdivision. A list of agreements. Easements are easement agreement regarding water and sewer utilities within the Kensico Preserve subdivision. Easement agreement regarding town access over open space area number 1 for maintenance of stormwater pipe within the Kensico Preserve subdivision. Amendment and modification of water main and water main easement. Temporary construction easement agreement. Easement agreement regarding maintenance and repair of sewer line within the Kensico Preserve subdivision. Easement agreement regarding maintenance and repair of water lines within the Kensico subdivision, Kensico Preserve subdivision, and a conservation easement. Those are all the easements pertaining to the Kensico Preserve project.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to approve resolution requesting New York State Department of Transportation to undertake a study to consider traffic measures for Route 9A. We've been trying to get a study going on Route 9A for a long time. In order to move forward, they want a resolution from the town showing that we are in desperate need of them doing this. So this resolution will approve conduct a study on Route 9A. Can't wait for them to get started on it.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next one is authorization to dispose of broken microfiche reader and file cabinet. There's no, we don't have any numbers on these. These are old equipment. In order to dispose of them, we have to approve it.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. current rate of interest in our investment report here is 3.75%. Moving on to business from the floor. Anyone wishes to address the board at this time is welcome to do so.
Thank you.
So my name is Fran Carlucci. You've gotten numerous emails from me on 9A. So first I want to start with thanking you, Supervisor Fulgenzi. Amanda's been wonderful. Amanda Jasile has been very responsive. Chief Oliva, David Smith, really appreciate the support. I live on Tuxedo, which is the neighborhood of Beverly, Tuxedo, Pythian. You know, I believe myself, a few other people from the neighborhood. We have some from the neighborhood. Most of my neighborhood are families with little kids, so a lot of people can't come out, but I'm sure you've had a flurry of emails that if you haven't seen yet, you will. So we're all very supportive of this initiative. What I just wanted to come up and say is I wish the state was anywhere near as supportive as you guys. I've called Andrea Stewart Cousins' office. Abysmal response, to say the least. We've gotten kind of automatic responses from the DOT. They're never signed by a human being. They all read the same. What I've gotten, what Lauren Holland from our neighborhood has gotten, all say the same. And what I just want to draw your attention to, and I'll leave you copies, is they already are predisposed. They're already like, you don't need a traffic light at Beverly and 9A. You don't need this. There's not enough traffic. There's not enough this. They haven't done a study since 2021. And they're saying things in emails to us as there's not enough traffic out of your neighborhood or in the area. How do they know that if they haven't done a study? There's actually also a highlighted point where at one point they said, if we feel that there's a need because of our left turns, so if you're not familiar with that area, you can only make a left or a right. There's no way us to get out of our neighborhood except 9A. We have no other outlet. So to get to town, to get to Hawthorne Elementary, to get to Hawthorne, to get anywhere, we have to make a left turn. It is deadly. We've begged for a light. I don't know why they're so opposed to it. I drove 15 miles north on 9A. There are lights in other areas, Chappaqua Road, Route 134, plenty of lights, plenty of changes in traffic speed, 45 to 55 to 40. They don't want to hear this. And their answer in one of their emails was, well, if it's dangerous, we won't let you make a left turn out of your neighborhood anymore. So I'm sure you, as our representatives, don't think it's appropriate to say to 25 homes, you can't get to your town unless you drive all the way down to Dana Road, which will be the first legal left to get to my town, right? So that's the things they put in writing, and I've highlighted and I'd like to leave with you. Very appreciative of all of you, as I said, the other members of the town. I am on the verge of calling News 12 on the state, you guys. I will highlight the support from the town of Mount Pleasant. But I'm on the verge of calling News 12 because Senator Harkin has plenty of press for all the work he's doing right north of us on 9A, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The chief and I were involved with that study, and it started from Route 117 going north. And I asked them, well, what about 117 going south? And well, that's another thing, we're not into that yet. We put money aside for this study.
Right.
So now we're trying to get them to move south.
Right, yeah, if you like it, the guardrail ends right at our street, right at 9A. So everything south, there's no medium, but there's mediums the entire way north. I mean, I drove all the way up to Verplank the other day for a wake, and that's why I started talking in my notes of lights, crosswalks. We have a bus stop, both directions, north and south. There's no crosswalk. People cross 9A with no light, no way to hit a pedestrian crosswalk. Those people from Amazon, you guys, you should be talking to Amazon. Their workers are gonna die on that road. They're wearing black. They give them Amazon jackets with no reflection. No reflection whatsoever. I'm an honorary member of Hawthorne Fire Department. I live with 2 volunteer firefighters. I know all the calls that come in. And I know how many close calls there's been, even for the emergency services guys coming up from a call, because there's always a call on 9A, almost hitting these guys. Someone should really talk to Amazon about protecting their workers. That's not your thing or my thing, but it's really horrendous. These guys are on scooters and skateboards crossing 9A. It's frightening. Someone's gonna die. Someone's definitely gonna die. So again, much appreciation for your focus on this. I will tell you, I've been there 26 years. We have tried to fight this fight long before I was even there, to no avail. With the buildup, with, you know, the warehouse, the print warehouse, the Amazon warehouse, it is really a necessity to slow it down. I would only request that the town consider, we had the temporary digital signs for speed, which I knew had to be removed because of the snow. I would only request you consider the permanent speed signs like you have on Kensico and what we have on Nantahagan, to mount them on poles so that it's not affected by snow. And I'm telling you, if you put a camera on it, you can make a ton of money. You will make a ton of speed money. And the last thing I'll say, and I guess I need to call either the school or the bus company, is there is a small bus that stops to drop and pick up a child right on 9A, northbound. No one ever stops when that red light's out, either direction. And they have to stop, I believe, in both directions because it's an open gateway, right? It's a break in the double yellow. So they should be stopping northbound and southbound. They don't even stop northbound for that bus. And if they don't have a camera in that bus, they should put there, because you get a lot of money again with people violating all these requirements.
Is that our local bus company, or is it?
Mount Pleasant?
Yeah, I believe it's the same bus company that takes the kids to school. I don't know if it's a special ed bus or, but it's a
Small
regular,
bus? Oh, it's a
or-
regular bus?
regular yellow school bus. Yeah, but it's the vans. They don't send the big buses by us. They can't.
Could be maybe private school too. They bus kids from here to private schools also.
Yeah, no, my son went to Iona Prep, I know, but it's all through the same bus company.
Yeah,
It's all
I
through
think
the
so.
town of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, the one by Four Corners.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Ms.
So-
Colucci, let me ask, what would be your main resolutions or to solve the problems you're mentioning?
I think you have to slow the speed down to 30, like it's a town, because it is a town. We're the only residential neighborhood, the whole length of 9A, that's only access is 9A. We have no other way. Everyone else, as you go north, you can see there's other ways. There's either roads that are parallel to 9A. We don't have that. So to us, it's a residential road for us. For us to get anywhere, we have to get on that road. Crossing it is horrific. I mean, we have a lot of people in our neighborhood whose kids are young, but I say to them, your kids are gonna be on the road soon. I wouldn't let my children, who are now 23, make a left turn out of my neighborhood the entire first year they drove, out of fear. So at least to slow down, a traffic light that works by the sensor, not that it has to run all the time, but that's what they put in Amazon, I think, is the sensor light. It doesn't run unless the vans are coming in and out. Traffic light would be perfect. I'll take the slow down,
Okay.
right? Something that will make it safer.
You know, just to jump in, I know the supervisor read the resolution and we all passed it, but I'm hoping that either you can go online and take a look at the resolution.
I did. You put in the
Okay.
30 miles an hour.
Yes,
I did.
because
I
the
saw that
first
today.
A is reducing the speed limit of 9A down to 30.
Yes.
And then installing of traffic signals, and I think it's really comprehensive. But I would actually, I'm gonna ask you to do something, Fran.
Sure.
Can you let the residents in that area know exactly what's in this resolution?
Oh, they know.
They know?
Yeah.
Okay.
At
good.
least the 20 texts and then how they forwarded everything else they could from there. It's about 25 in my neighborhood, 6 on the new development on the north side, another 3. So I have contacts across all of them. So I sent the resolution pictures out tonight once I saw it on the site. I was thrilled to see the 30 miles an hour, the traffic light. Again, the state has to approve it, obviously, but, so that was sent out to at least 20 of the 25 houses in my neighborhood alone, and at least 1 of the new build. And again, you'll see when I leave you the DOT, they're already like, you need at least 50-something, what is it, like 50-something cars in an 8-hour period, and they said, you don't have that kind of traffic. We have 25 houses, most of which are family. My house alone has 4 drivers.
Oh,
You want to count that, the school bus, the Amazon, the UPS, there's plenty of traffic. They're full of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're already shutting us down, and that's what they've done. And I will go back to when they built Home Depot in like 2006, 2007, that window, New York State promised us a sound barrier in our neighborhood, and they ran out of money. Go back to the plans, go back to what they committed to. We never got that either. So it's the state, it's not you guys, right? It's not this town. But the support that you can do to push, and, you know, like I said, I'll be patient for a while, but if Senator Cousins' office can't give me satisfaction. She represents us too, I think, yeah. I used to be from
That's right.
Yonkers,
Oh,
not
is
anymore.
That is correct.
You're correct, she represents
She's
us.
our representative.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
will be notified again. I'm going to know.
Yes, please do, because her representative constituents says yes to me to death and said, so-and-so from the DOT will contact you, and I've heard from no one.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, very frustrating. Again, that's why we appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Like I said, I think a lot more people would have come if they didn't have a bunch of little kids.
Yeah.
It's no problem. We understand.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave you the copies. Some of you are already on them. I know Supervisor Legenzi's on it, Chief Oliva's on it, but I highlighted a few things of the things that really pissed me off the most from the state. With their assumptions, right, which is really not. So, Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
again.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
coming out.
Fran.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Anybody else wish to address the board this time? Couple notes. There's a public meeting for hazard mitigation plan, February 12th and February 24th, 6 p.m. in this room. There's also a public meeting coming up for those in Pleasantville that supply drinking water from private or from Pleasantville. 226 at 5 p.m. and 227 at 7 p.m. in this courtroom. All the details are on the website. Moving on to our council reports.
Oh,
No?
town clerk.
Town clerk.
Emily, I
giving
wrote
me?
right in your space where it's
Thank you and good evening, everyone. Town Clerk's Report Town Board Meeting, February 11th, 2025. Received and filed the 2024 annual reports for the Town Historian and Recreation and Parks, and received and filed the oaths of office for the Thornwood Fire District, Anthony Lichardone, Commissioner, Brian C. Dwyer, Commissioner, and Kevin H. Woods, Secretary Treasurer. And that's it, thank you. No.
Thank you. Moving on to our council reports. Councilman Saliano.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My reports from the controller. The following claims are submitted for town board approval. From Assessment, New York Assessors Association, $170. From the category of Building Town Hall, Miller Proctor, Nicholas Incorporated, $1,590. From Public Safety, Rescue Stuff Incorporated, Strices Incorporated, FBI, Lita, $13,072.99. From Youth Programs, Scott Dooley, $4,347. From the category of Capital Building Improvement, Clean Air Quality Service Incorporated, OLA Consulting Engineers, PC. Grand total, the total for that category, $73,501.25. From the category of Kensico Capital Projects, Amazon Capital, SVC, HD Supply Incorporated, DBA, USA Blue Book, $4,599.83. From the category of Mount Pleasant Consolidated Sewer District, Moreland Hose and Belting Corporation, $1,396.37. From Joint Water District Fund, the Kinsley Group, Expanded Supply Products Incorporated, Thale Industries Incorporated, Moreland Hose and Belting Corporation, $6,755.35. From Mechanical Water District Number 1, the Kinsley Group, $2,424.96. From Kensico Water, Kinsley Group again, NSI Needle Systems Incorporated, $4,195.60. Trust and Agency Escrow, Harris Beach, PLLC. Harris Beach, PLLC. One was for Kingsview Acres. The second one is from North 80, $11,678. The grand total is $123,731.35. I move for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Mr. Supervisor, we have a purchase order. It's the second item from the Comptroller's Office. It's purchase order number 131/25/03. The vendor is USI Consulting Group. This is for audit purposes. The total cost is $8,150. I move for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The last item is, again, from Noreen McGinty. She's our controller. Authorization to enter into contract, 2025 contract with the Alara Group Incorporated for ACA reporting system. And again, this contract is related to the Alara Group Incorporated provides the reporting of filing and healthcare coverage for the town. This is done as part of the requirement from the IRS for reporting healthcare coverage information. Statements are furnished to employees annually. The total price is $11,000 for this service. I move for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. That's my report. Have a very good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilwoman Zaino.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, residents of Mount Pleasant. My first item from Parks and Rec is purchase order 70-25-23. The vendor is Family Gold Entertainment. These are Escape Action Squad trips to the cave. Again, all costs of the trips are covered by the enrollment that the families pay. Total cost is $5,820. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
My next purchase order is purchase order 70-25-24. The vendor is New York State Industries for the Disabled. This is a purchase order for 10 6-foot cedar picnic tables to be used at the pool. Total cost is $2,608.60. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second?
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Purchase order 70-25-25. Vendor is Doc Network. This is the renewal of Recreation's yearly software subscription to Camp Docs. This software is used for summer day camp registration and storage of camper health information. In addition, the software is used for pool members to upload their proof of residency when registering for town pool online. Camp Doc is $8,250 for the annual application fee, and the integration fee is $2,062.56. We've been using this software since 2020. Total cost is $10,312.56. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And my last item comes from Doug Scott, Superintendent of Recreation. This is Resolution 85-25. The Recreation and Parks Department requests authorization to hire Brian Jones to the part-time position of messenger for the Office of Elder Americans. This position is necessary as the Office of Elder Americans needs a substitute driver for seniors and meal deliveries. The position does not add hours to the payroll. We request the start date to be February 12th. The rate of pay will be $16.50 per hour. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second?
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Councilman Saraceno.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, residents. I have out of the Highway Department this evening, purchase order number 50-25-01. This is a purchase order for 600 tons of road salt. This is an additional order to other orders that were put in so far this season with further storms on their way. And the price is $74.75 per ton, which is as per New York State Contract PC 70462. It's a cooperative state contract that we participate in, and that contract runs through the end of August 2025. The total amount is $44,640 with variable costs as the tonnage is based on the weight of the trucks that come and deliver, and it can fluctuate. So the PO is being put in at $49,104. And with that, I'd like to move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. And Resolution 87-25 out of the Highway Department as well. This is coming from Richard Banquet, Highway Superintendent. Authorization is sought to promote William Scapplehorn to fill the position of Deputy Superintendent of Highways, which is being vacated with the recent retirement of Michael Reck. We wish Michael well and thank him for his many, many years of service. And William, or Bill Scapplehorn, is a longtime employee, most recently our shop steward at the Highway Department, and we're very excited to have him coming aboard in this capacity as the Deputy Superintendent. If approved, this will be effective Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. With that, I'd like to make a motion for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Congrats to Bill, and again, best of luck to Michael Reck, and thank you all. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Councilwoman Smalley.
Good evening. My report this night is from the Police Department, and the first item is purchase order 30-25-07 for DataWorks Plus LLC. These are, excuse me, Chief, if I pronounce this incorrectly, Ricky Live Scan and Mugshot Replacement System. The total cost is $20,000. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The second item is purchase order 30-25-08. This is another one, Skydio, okay? It's an X10 Ratty kit, which is a drone. And the total cost for that is $33,816.17. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. We're great with names tonight. The vendor on this purchase order, which is 30-25-09, is REKOR, Recor. This is annual software maintenance with a 5 years upfront, and my understanding is that this is necessary. It's for the record keeping that we have to do within the police department. As you know, there's many more regulations over these last few years. Am I correct, Chief? I hope?
And it's the Recor is a licensing agreement for the traffic cameras that we have.
I see.
And I can explain a little further about the other items if you want when the time is right.
No. I think we're okay.
It's like plate readers?
Yes, but the Skydio is for a drone, but that's going to be reimbursed by a grant from DCJS, so they're
Oh, great.
going to be out of pocket on that. And in addition, the Ricky fingerprint computer we put in for a separate grant for DCJS, so that $20,000 is going to be covered by the state also. So we're trying to be extremely careful about how we spend money.
That's great.
Thank you.
Great.
We very much appreciate you being conservative financially. Okay, so Recor is the total cost is $44,100. Move for approval, please.
Second.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, and the last item of spending for the police department tonight is purchase order 30-25-10, and this is for Amazon Capital Services. These are for tablets for administration and upgraded security for the camera systems. Very important. And the total cost of this is $56,305.28. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. There is one additional item, but I would imagine that it should come from the police chief to the, or should I go ahead and read it?
You can read.
It's a conditional offer at this time.
Yes.
Due to further testing that has to be done, we're just going to withhold the name.
Okay, so go ahead. This is from Paul Oliva, the police chief. In an effort to fill a recent vacancy created in the police department due to a resignation reinstatement, the police department interviewed a police candidate with experience that has ties to the community. I would respectfully, meaning Chief Oliva, request authorization to offer conditional employment to a police officer candidate. At this time, we are withholding the name of the candidate until further screening is conducted. So I ask the supervisor and my colleagues here, move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second?
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you. Town attorney,
You have a couple things on tonight, Mr. Supervisor, thank you. 3 tax cert settlement cases. One of them is for 444 Associates and/or Green Deal Realty. It's for properties located at 109, 434, and 444 Bedford Road in Pleasantville. It's 5 different tax lots. It's for 6 years, from 19 to 24. The estimated settlement amount, which we worked on with the town assessor as well as the court and petitioner's counsel, would be approximately $4,500. I'd ask for a motion to approve that tax settlement for that address for those years.
are we doing them all or just the one? That's all we have is the one?
If we have 2 more, do you want to do them all together?
I think, yeah, we have one resolution for all
Okay.
tax certs.
Sure, okay. The next one is for Mid-Westchester Realty Associates, which is 7 Skyline Drive. That's for 6 years, from 2012 to 2017. And the estimated settlement amount with the petitioner's attorney, assessor, and the court was $66,000. And the last one is for Sorpco Realty Corporation for 2 years, 2017 and 18. It's for 4 different lots at Bedford Road and 9 Marble Avenue in Pleasantville. And that was through negotiations with petitioner's counsel and the court and the assessor, and the total refund for those years is $500. Those are the 3 requests for a motion, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you. I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
Oh, that's you,
second
Lori.
by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is a scheduled meetings, work session Tuesday, February 18th, 7 PM. Business session Tuesday, February 25th at 7 PM. And if there be no further business with the board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Mark. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night,
Have a
everyone.
good evening, thank you.
Be safe out there on those roads that are icy.